Hey everybody, this is Keith Gleason from Indie Comics Relay and the creator of the Mighty Mascots comic, back with another convention tip video for you. This one is, I filmed a lot of video on location for this one. We just finished our trip to San Diego Comic-Con Special Edition, which was the weekend after Thanksgiving 2021. So I recorded a couple of small videos. The first one that you're going to see right now. So actually, before we get into the video clips, this video is about traveling to Comic-Con. So if you have any desire to go to other Comic-Cons in the United States or even overseas, this video will help you, figure out how to travel with your stuff and how best to do it. I had originally, brainstormed, the two ways you could do it. You could have stuff shipped to the, either the hotel or the convention center that you're going to, or you could bring it with you on a plane. So looking at both ways, my job primarily is customer service, so I deal with a lot with like damages through UPS and stuff. So I was a little leery about sending out my comics UPS, and when I looked at the pros and cons of doing UPS versus bringing your stuff on an airplane, the airplane started to make more sense to me. We spent probably about $120 extra just to get our stuff to the show. And how that breaks down is most planes, you can have a personal item and a carry-on bag. So those are usually free. But if you check a bag, which would be your suitcase, that adds another $30. So you may not have as much as I did. We basically had to travel with two extra suitcases. One my wife checked in and one I checked in. So it was $30 a piece going there and then $30 a piece coming back. So the reason I ultimately decided to go with an airplane and transferring my stuff there, I was a little worried about luggage being lost because, that is a reality. We looked on the internet, and the statistics for losing your luggage is very, very small. Like, I forget, it was something like 1% of like every 1,000 suitcases or something like that. So I had a lot of confidence that the luggage wouldn't get lost. The problem with suitcases, though, is it has to be under 50 pounds, or they end up charging more, I think, for large baggage fee or something like that, or you may have to do two bags. So that's something to keep in mind. They do sell like a scale that you can buy on Amazon that you put around the handle of the suitcase, and you lift it up and get the weight. The way we did it, which is actually easier and save you some money, if you just have a normal scale that you do, that you weigh yourself on. What you would do is you stand on it, get your weight, write it down, and then stand on the scale again, holding one of the suitcases, and then write that weight down, and then subtract, and whatever the difference is how much is there. And if it's under 50, you're good to go. We had to do some shuffling because we sell a lot of art prints, and we had a stack like that, and just those alone was like almost 30 pounds. So but yeah, so that's basically what I wanted to show you here. So this first video I'm going to show you is when we got to the hotel after the flight, and we checked in the hotel in San Diego. Now, to set this up a little bit, is we had a miserable day because we flew out on Thanksgiving, and our second flight, our connecting flight, was delayed like 8 hours. So we were at an airport, most of the day, and then we got to San Diego, it was almost like 10 at night and we were just tired. So you'll see that the energy is very low in this video. I did preface it by that when I was talking about it, but I wanted to take a video right away because I knew in the morning we were going to be up and out the door. So I wanted to at least show you guys how I packed the 2 suitcases. So without further ado, let's play the clip for this first video. Hey everybody, it's Keith from Indie Comics Relay. So we are I figured this video could be about traveling to Comic-Cons if you want to actually fly to different conventions. You know, and you're always wondering, like, you know, how much do I bring? Like, should I send it through the airport? Should I ship it UPS? I mean, all that stuff is kind of like up to you. But we decided to use our suitcases to get all our stuff to San Diego. Sorry, I'm low energy. We've been at an airport all day. It's just been one of those days. But I wanted to take this video real quick. So, why I decided to do the suitcases for 2 reasons. I think it's a little cheaper to ship this stuff, and you know, we probably have more product than the normal artist and vendor. And plus, the suitcase doubles as a cart, so you can transport this stuff easily and in and out of the convention. So that was at airports. It's generally about $30 to check a suitcase, and you know, $30 both ways. So you gotta figure you're gonna spend $120, which if you ship all this stuff UPS is probably gonna be around the same price. But of course, you know, UPS may lose it or damage it. So, but you also take the risk that the airline might lose your luggage as well. So, but I just wanted I have these open. I just wanted to show you guys how I kind of pack this stuff. So I put each issue of the Mighty Mascots in a cereal box and then put it inside of another box here, and I did that for each issue. You know, and then we have our little print bags. You know, each issue. So I was able to bring the cereal box and the comics. So about 50 comics, 50 of each issue here. Got the setup, and then I stuffed all the sides with like filling so that it wouldn't go shifting, and as you can see, it arrived perfectly. It went through both two flights, and you know, was winged around too by the crew, but it looks like it's in perfect condition.
Show them the wheel.
Oh yeah, well, the wheel got a little racked. It's breaking off the thing there, so that's from somebody throwing it around.
But everything in the case was still good, even though
yes. And then this one, we have the cash box. We have you know, some standees. We have more issues of Mighty Mascots, and I believe our prints are in this one as well. So, you know, we were able to get, I'd say, out of our normal table setup, I'd say we got probably about 80% of it here within 2 suitcases. I also had this. This is a banner I had made. It's a cheaper one. It's a smaller one. I had this made for the purpose of just traveling, so that's something to think about too, to have a travel banner. And you can use this. So I did a carry-on bag with all my clothes, and then you can check this as a personal item. So that's a way to get that through the airport. And then just, you know, I'm assuming most people won't have as much stuff as us, but maybe they will. You know, but this is the way to go, I think, because you have the cart and then you can do it. So we'll be back. I'll film a video of the table set up tomorrow at San Diego just to show you how much stuff we were able to get there and how it looks once we're set up. And then we'll try to check in with Johnny as well and see what his table setup looks like. So, all right, thanks for watching. Back to the studio. We're back. As you can see, it was a little low energy in that one, but I wanted to record that just so you guys could have an idea of how I put the suitcase together. The box within the box for everything really helps the items to arrive there undamaged, and they were. Everything that we got in San Diego and then also sent back home. When I got home, I think there was like one of the cereal boxes that was a little bent and damaged, but everything else arrived in perfect shape. And I think if you do it that way, it basically helps if your airport employee throws the luggage around or whatever. As long as you strap it in and put a box within a box, I think everything will arrive there safely. So the second video I recorded was the morning of the show. This first one that you're going to see, this first clip, was my table and what it looked like. I wanted to show you how much stuff we actually got to San Diego and what our setup looked like for a travel kind of setup versus what we normally do for a show, like that's within local travel distance. So take a look at this video. This is Keith Gleason from Indie Comics Relay. So here we are at San Diego Comic-Con, and not bad. Take a look. We got all of this stuff in the suitcase. So Amy's filming it for me, so she wants to come closer. But we were able to get all of these in carry-on bags, and along with the trading cards. And then what I had done was I put all the comic books inside the cereal boxes here, and then I put them inside of a brown box so that we could travel and they wouldn't get wrecked. So it's like a box within a box. But this is, I'd say, Amy, wouldn't you say off camera there, this is about 80% of our normal setup?
Yeah, yep.
You know, for a 6-footer, I wish we had an 8-footer so we could spread it out a little bit. But we kind of used all the space as best as possible here, you know. And then these are the shelving that I was talking about that we use for when we're traveling. I usually have a longer shelf that fits everything, but these little ones can do every individual book. So I have all 6 books, and then so we have pretty much everything here. Oh, and this is my travel banner. Like I said, it's a smaller one, it's a cheaper one, but it compacts into a case about this big, and you can use it as one of your personal items on trips. So, but that's it. That's the setup for San Diego Comic-Con, and I'll be back with closing thoughts. It's pretty great, huh? How much stuff I was able to fit to San Diego. That's just to give you an idea of different things when you think about traveling, and definitely think about if you have a banner already, you may want to get one of the smaller ones, really small. I forget how wide it is, but you know, it's decent size, and it just pulls up and you set it up, and it's great for travel. It's small, it's light, you know, relatively speaking. So and then all those little shelves that I have are perfect for travel because they're small, they can pack in really nice. So things like that. And I did film one final video, and this was actually early enough that Johnny was there, my co-host of Indie Comics Relay on the live streams. He was there as well. So I went over and recorded a video with him showing his setup and how he travels, and he talks a little bit about his travel. There's a funny little bit in the beginning of the video where Johnny's has a good pro tip for wearing the wristbands that you get at conventions, and how he gets to buy it, especially if to wear it for 3 days, you know, things like that. So it was a good tip because I hadn't even thought about that, and it actually was great for the entire weekend we were there. So without further ado, check out this third clip.
To be able to remove a wristband very easily, like these COVID ones that they're making us wear here. You just use a little bit of Velcro, right? So look at this, see? I can just reattach it, bang. Good to go, right?
So they gave us these wristbands, and they wanted us to wear the same wristbands for 4 days in a row.
Yeah, so I just made one up for Keith.
Yep.
There you go, Keith.
Put the scratchy side up, so the scratchy side doesn't
up.
hit your skin.
Bang, how cozy is that?
That's awesome.
Right? Yeah. And all you need, like I said, is scissors, this, and this.
And so, and while we're over here too, that was a great pro tip that I hadn't even thought of. But Johnny, we were doing, I did a couple videos on how I got stuff in the suitcase for travel. The videos are basically just traveling the Comic-Cons and like how to do it effectively. And as you can see, Johnny's got his pretty much his full table set up.
The only thing missing is bags of coffee. Because,
Bags of coffee, yeah, or the cafe. So would you say
right.
would you say this is 75% of your setup?
This is, like I'd say 65 to 75% of my setup. The full cafe is the only thing that'd be missing here in this instance. And bags of coffee. Normally I have bags of coffee, but I am still in the process of fulfilling Kickstarter, so I couldn't place yet an additional order.
Gotcha.
It was just all backlogged. So I was just like, okay, doing strictly comics. I've got the exclusive right here for Surrounded by Death. This is a special. It's a special edition for special edition.
Nice.
So it's got the emblem on here. This is limited to only 30 copies.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so 30 only. Whatever on this rack is what exists. After that, it's gone.
Nice. And so, was everything? Did it fit well into your bags, like in your suitcase? How did you do that?
I was exactly at 50 pounds. Books are fucking heavy, bro.
Yeah, we had
Books
to shuffle
are-
some things around because we brought all the
Books
prints.
are
Like thick, that was like almost 30 pounds just on the prints alone.
So in fairness, in actuality, it was like comic book suitcase, a couple of hardcovers in my like travel suitcase, and then a couple more hardcovers in my backpack. And that's how I was able to split all the books across traveling. And then
how about the shelving? How did you get
the
that
shelving? This breaks down flat.
Okay,
so this goes right into the suitcase, no problem. The banner was strapped to my backpack. So most airlines, it's a carry-on and
personal items. That's what I said too.
Yep. So
I did that as
backpack is carry-on. Banner's a personal item.
But as you can see, if Jamie can take a full, this is a great setup. Everything but his cafe.
Everything but the cafe. I got the prints lined up over here too.
Prints
lined up over here. These are good for either $3 each or free with a purchase. That way you help move books, you know?
Yep.
And
you got the banner.
I've got reader copies in the front. It's always good to have reader copies for people to pick up and flip through because everything else is bagged and boarded. You don't want to sit there bagging and boarding for forever. It's all ready to go.
I got to do that a little better myself, but I usually leave I leave them out so people can flip through, but then also I can throw them in a bag, for if they buy them. All 6, I try to do a whole deal on
right, exactly.
This is good, and then you got this as
this is the center one. This is the one that's the one I want to sell the most of. So I got that dead center, and I've got the tag right here. It says "Surrounded by Death." It's like Mallrats.
And I look at this. I did a video a couple weeks ago on how to sell your books, how to get people to kind of know what your book is about. Maybe you're helping somebody and they see this and they may come over and just look at it. It's a good visual.
Well, when most people walk by, right, we're doing the walking by thing. They're like. Right, they look down, right? They don't want to look at you because then you get engaged. They want to look down. So if they're looking down, these are the suggestions right here.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
So, because once they look at you, they're engaged. It's like a tractor beam. Yeah. And you pull them in and you go, hey, I want to check out this, you want to check out that, you want to buy something? You want to buy a computer? No, why not?
Exactly. So as you can see, that's a good setup for travel. So that's it. Any last thoughts, Johnny, about that?
I did want to ask Johnny again. Go over your schedule since October. What have you done? Let's talk about that.
Banana
Johnny
schedule
is
right now.
Huge traveler to shows.
I'm huge and I travel. You should have seen me. I was all huddled up in the corner in the plane. Really, I pretended to sleep in the plane because everybody around me was watching Hawkeye, and I didn't want to get spoiled. So I was like, I'm just going to pretend to sleep. And
I know, I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah. But let's see. We did New York Comic-Con in October, right?
Yep.
And then we did. I had a few weeks off. Then I had Saratoga Comic-Con, which was huge.
Yeah.
We had such a big Saratoga Comic-Con, one of the best ever. Surprisingly, post-COVID, which was huge.
Yeah, probably the best out of all the shows I've done, numbers-wise.
Yeah, it's craziness.
Doubled his numbers, I think, at some point.
Insanity. We had so many people out there for that. And then I have 1 week back, or barely a weekend back, where I have to put up Christmas lights and put up a Christmas tree. And then the following Thursday, I fly out to Chicago for C2E2.
Wow.
Kill me now.
All that time in airports.
Man. So surprisingly, this trip for the airport wasn't so bad, but I think it was because it was Thanksgiving. It was easy ride into the Mass Pike. The gate wasn't too packed. And that was a surprising thing too. I was on a sold out flight, but the gate was empty.
Oh wow!
When I
Interesting.
boarded. So either people were coming in at the last minute, like running to the gate, or like they switched people over or whatever. But every seat was filled.
Wow.
Yeah, unless I wanted to upgrade $1,000 for like
first class.
Yeah, which you know I'm bougie, but not that bougie. Valet parking was luxurious enough for me.
All right, so you heard it.
Yeah, you heard it.
You're at C2E2 next week.
Following week, December 10th through the 12th, C2E2.
All right, so
but I'll be in town
Johnny
on the 9th.
All right, cool. All right, back to you.
Back. So there's a couple funny jokes in that one. Johnny's he's a funny dude. I love him. He's just, very positive dude. I love doing shows with him, and he's a, wonderful indie creator. So, but yeah, that's it. For travel videos, I don't really have any other thoughts on the subject. It's just, work with what's best for you. If you do decide to do shipping with UPS or FedEx, make sure the books are secure. Do a box within a box. Possibly get insurance on it. I don't know if UPS is 50-50 with payouts on insurance. I think they're a little better than the post office in that respect, but I don't know. Mileage may vary with people, because I've had the post office pay off, claims as well at my job. So yeah, I mean, you could do it that way. What I would look at though is costs, like how much it's going to cost you to ship there versus how much it would cost to just check the bag. The other thing to think about, and I don't know if I mentioned this in any of the videos, but having the suitcase with you, the suitcase can double as like an actual cart to cart your stuff around. So that's an added bonus if you do ship it, or do travel with a suitcase. So you can actually travel with it to the show, pack everything in there after, and then travel out of there after, So that's about it for this subject. But before I go, I wanted to share, my copies of my comic Mighty Mascots are available on my website, heroenvy.com. You can get all the issues of 1, 2, and 3, the 100-page giant, and then some of my past work here, along with the Mighty Mascots serial collector case. Get the enamel pins, the sticker sets, the wax packs, and the button set. So check that out. Issues 5 of the Mighty Mascots will be in the Alterna winter campaign that will be launching on December 21st, 2021. And it should have Mighty Mascots 1, 2, 3, 4, and the Giant on that campaign as well. So if you want to buy it direct from Alterna and from Indiegogo. So, but that's about it, everybody. I appreciate you checking out these videos. Like, subscribe to the channel, share the videos with people that you think may find this information useful. And then also comment. Let me know if there's other videos you want me to talk about. I've been going to conventions for over 15 years now, so I, have a good handle on, what works, what to look for, different things, and I'm always learning. So as you can see, I learned of the wristband thing in this last video. I hadn't even thought about that. So hit me up with any comments, anything you want to see, and I will try to accommodate you. And then always, every other Wednesday night, we do a live stream with indie comics creators. So come check out me and Johnny and, learn some stuff from these creators, with making books. So, all right, guys, well, have a great week, and we will see you soon. Have a good one. All right.